Hello everybody and welcome to week 1 of the Wanted Goons Cup Series here in Coast to Coast and SRL. Obviously starting at Daytona tonight. Walk you through the grid in just a moment. Drivers roll off the grid. Starting on the pole tonight, 56 of Hayden Lowell. Starting on his outside, Blake Giglio. These two both locked themselves in with qualifying times. Starting in third, Dalton Hayes in the 47. Starting in fourth, Brad Patton in the 7. Starting in fifth tonight is Ronnie Holmes in the 57. Starting in sixth is Patrick O'Keefe in the 71. Starting in 7th is the 04 of Garrett Warren. Starting in 8th is Kenny Frisbee in the 18. Starting in 9th is Cliff Mullins in the 82. And running on our top 10, Nick Cooper in the 35. Moving on to the rest of the field, we have Kevin Aguilar starting 11th. Dennis Menz in 12th. Jeremy Scherer will be starting 13th, but he is not with us right now. He's experiencing some storms coming through his area, so he might be hit or miss tonight. But he did qualify in 13th in the duels. Nolan Walker going to be starting 14th. Jamal Collins 15th. Jesse Jones in 16th. Garrett Wolfenbarger in 17th. Mateo Ortiz in 18th. Cody Cleaver in 19th. Jacob Peterson in 20th. Daniel Llewellyn in 21st. Nick Leo in 22nd. I hope I'm coming through. I hope the broadcast looks good. We had a lot of scrambling going on right before this went up, so apologize if there's any issues. I tried my best. Dave Hoytsma starting in 23rd. John Neckridge starting 24th. Jonathan Lager starting 25th. Alex Allen starting 26th. Jamie Graham starting 27th. Ethan Evers starting 28th. Davis Greenwell starting 29th. Michael Christopher starting 30th. Avit Chowdhury starting 31st. Victor Lugo starting 32nd. Brantley Bryant starting 33rd. Wyatt McComb starting 34th. Casey Graves starting 35th. Brian Martin starting 36th. Dakota Lee starting 37th. Quinn Newton starting 38th. And Brianna Lavin rounding out our 39 car field here tonight as one person decided not to show up. So we're going to find out who that is after the race. But 39 cars here tonight. See if we can get a word with our pole sitter. Like he's not in chat. Yeah, I guess we're not getting a word with our pole sitter. Alright. Well, that sucks. Alright, drivers coming around off 4 to get this race started. Thank you to the Wanted Goons for sponsoring the series for this season. Thank you to the Trevor Project and Brianna Lavin for sponsoring this race, the Trevor Project 250 at Daytona. Here we go, through the restart zone. Green flag is waving, and Season 10 is underway. Lap 1 complete under green. Hayden Lowe going to lead the first lap from the pole. Looks like our back 9 cars aren't being drawn. So next chance I get, I'll fix that. But for now, 30 cars on screen. I promise you the 9 cars are still back there existing. It's just not going to be shown for the moment. And single file quickly here. Top 6 it looks like. Getting ready to go single file. Dalton Hayes in front of that outside lane, falling back. Brad Patton pushing Dalton Hayes on the outside. It's right on board with Brad. Down the backstretch, let's see what kind of speeds they hit. Almost 200 there into turn 3 as the 16 of Blake Giglio jumps up to try to make his move to the outside. Through 3 and 4, still green. Looks like we actually have 38 cars on track. The 91 unable to rejoin the racetrack here. So definitely unfortunate there for that team. See if he can maybe get back in here at some point. He'd be going many laps down at this point, even if he got in right now, 5 laps down. Hey, Lowell under attack. Ronnie Holmes to the outside. Gonna try to make his move for the lead. Caution is out. We got a wreck in the back. Huge wreck in turn 4. Many cars involved in this one. Lap 5 of this 100 lap event. Only 15 miles into this thing, not even that much. All right. Let's fix our car count here. We can see all the cars on track. There we go. Let's take a look at this wreck here. See just a stack up right there. Ethan Evers. Back it up real quick. There we go. Looking at the 8 car top lane. Just couldn't check up in time, got ran into by the 22, and off they go. That took out a lot of fast cars. Right on board with Brian Martin here. Wow, Days of Thunder moment for the 54. Now let's check out on board with the 22, as he was kind of right there at the start of this. Our OG Gear replay. Couldn't check up in time. 80 gets turned up to the wall at 8. And many, many other cars. View from the sky on this one. And just a stack up. Looks like the 32, 69, and 6 get checked up. Then the 80 checks up, and the 8 nowhere to go. And then it's on from there behind them. So, a few different angles on this, a few different ways it kind of started, but the dumbed down version is there was a stack up on the outside lane. All right. Alright, well, 56 still out front. You almost lost that lead a couple of times there, but was able to hold on with some good pushes. Blake Giglio was able to work his way back up to 4th. Outside lane died on the initial start for him, so able to claw back up there. Sorry about the kind of dark green here. I got a lot of clouds over the racetrack. Sun's going down. Hopefully the lights turn on soon. It'll look a little bit better. Alright, so I don't think we have any DNFs yet. Jamie Graham with 2 laps down fixing damage. Still got a lot on that 80, so definitely not the start I'm sure that team envisioned for this. But a lot of time left in the race. It's definitely not out of the question that we have a few more yellows to get that damage fixed. But long way to go for the 80 team. Long night ahead of them. 8 of Ethan Evers coming off pit road 1 lap down. Also was fixing damage. That car is still in rough shape. 97 Dave Hoytsma on pit road fixing damage. 52 Brantley Bryant. Quite a few cars here in the back still have damage. Weren't able to fix it all under this yellow, but here we go. Back to the green. And green flag back in the air here at Daytona. Looks like they had Ethan Evers still off the pace here. The field's going to go by him. Very unfortunate there for the 18. Always good on these super speedways. Well, 56 looking back at the rest of the field. Outside lane making good headway. They've pulled ahead here on the backstretch. Not quite clear enough for the 04 to come down. The 04 was cleared for a moment there. Looks like the 16's getting hot. Pulled off the bumper. Ten laps complete, working lap 11. The 04 now clear of the 56 and will lead the inside lane. The 16 now with a good run, which is from the 82 of Cliff Mullins. Not quite clear, he thought about coming down. And one of Goons leading the field right now. They do get a bonus point for leading a lap. They also get a bonus point for leading the most laps. And then one more bonus point for fastest lap of the race. So keep those in mind, as well as we have a stage without a caution at lap 25 and another stage without a caution at lap 50, where they can earn points. Again, no stage breaks, so but we're not going to Oh, Hayden Lowell jumps to the bottom lane. He's going to back out of this. He didn't like the look of it. But no stage breaks in this race, just stage points. And those will be earned, like I said, at lap 25 and 50. Blake Giglio to the lead. Mullins was able to clear as well. Leaves the 04 in third, the 71 of Patrick O'Keefe is silently sitting there in the top 5. Was able to get down as well. Those two Triple J. I'm so confused these days. I said I'd have it after the duels, but I still don't know what teams everybody's on. Everybody switched around so much. Yes, I was right. Those two Triple J cars lined up there in 4th and 5th, ready to make a move. Meanwhile, C2X on the outside, led by Dalton Hayes and Cody Cleaver. That outside lane, oh, it's falling back now. Thought they had a good run going. On board with Cody Cleaver as Cliff Mullins. I think he just got left out. Either he jumped up to help his two teammates on the outside lane, or he got forced out of line. Either way, he's now leading the outside lane. A little squirrely right there for both lines. That even right here. Cliff Mullins might even lead this lap. And he does. Cliff Mullins gets the lap led. Those three C2X cars are moving on that outside lane. Mullins going to clear down to the bottom in front of Giglio. They'll leave Dalton Hayes leading the outside, pushed by Cleaver now. Oh, Dalton Hayes turned off the nose of the 2, up into the outside wall. And a wreck behind him. What just happened? Well, that's gonna be it for the 2. It looks like that right front is disconnected on that car. At least gonna be extensive repairs for him. Alright, let's back it up here. Looking at the 2 and 47 on the outside lane. 69 is all over the back bumper of the 2. And it looks like netcode off the 16 gets the 47 loose. I think it'll be a better view on board with the 2 cars, so we'll back it up one more time after we see this. On board with Cody Cleaver. Yeah, you see bad netcode off the 16 to the 47. See how everybody else piled into this. Everybody just trying to avoid it. Kind of wrecks into each other. Oh man, looks like the 08 got a really bad end of it right there. Oh, that wasn't the 08. Who was that? That was the 34. Oh man. Back it up, see what happened to the 34 here. That's an awesome view. Thanks for the camera guy. Okay, OG Gear replay. 34 just trying to fly through this. Tags the 18. Car gets out from under him and right into that inside wall. That's going to be day over, I think, for the 34. I heard the engine blow. And it looks like a lot of cars down on pit road. A few cars electing to stay out. These cars, full tanks of fuel tonight, 20 gallons. Means they can make around 40 or so laps on a tank of fuel at this track. So, pitting right here would put them close to the window and make it on one more stop. See if we can get a word with our leader here. Hey, Cliff, it's Lucas. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, well, leading the race right now. That 82 is looking good out front. You stayed out, though. What's the strategy there? Stay out of trouble?
Just gonna probably get to this first stage right here, and then probably next caution after that. I believe we'll probably have a few more of them. And probably pit then and get as close to the number that we need to make it to the end of this thing.
Absolutely, man. I like it. Good luck.
Yep, appreciate it, bud.
All right. You heard it there first. So, stage already coming into play here. Kind of forgot about that part of the strategy. You stay out right here. It's you go green with 6 laps to go until the end of stage 1. And winner of that will get 10 stage points and 1 playoff point. So, definitely worth trying to stay out here and stay out front, get to the stage. Unfortunately, that does mean that everybody who stayed out here likely will not make it to the end of stage 2, so they'll have to come down pit road at some point between now and the end of stage 2. But I don't think they're worried about that right now. Absolutely. He should have it from home. Alright, coming back to the green here. Cliff Mullins in control of this restart. Green flag back in the air. Outside. Kind of jumping it a little bit. See how that goes with iRacing. Looks like no penalty, so I think they went on green there. DNF update. Looks like 2 cars on pit road right now with meatballs. Cody Cleaver in the 2 car. And Dennis Menz in the 34, both extensive repairs, meatball flags. Looking like end of the night for those two. Dave Hoytsma back out on track in 37, 7 laps down, so he's going to come out and try to get some points. As well as the 8 of Ethan Evers out here in 38th, he's going to try to get points back. And those two should pick up 2 extra spots. Since the 2 and 34 don't seem like they can join the racetrack anytime soon. So 2 DNFs so far, 36 cars on the track. And a lot of shuffling up front here. My goodness, the 16 and the 32 got scary. Outside lane rolling as Patrick O'Keefe and Brianna Lavin and Jesse Jones all blow by that inside line. Little Triple J tandem right there, and they're going to move down to the inside along with Garrett Warren and Ronnie Holmes. That's going to leave Blake Giglio in the lead to the outside, pushed by teammate Garrett Wolfenbarger. Thankfully, the lights have turned on here in Daytona and we can actually see things. '71 and '74 lead the field, coming to the stage in 4 laps. End of lap 25, they will score points to the top 10. Inside lane, pulled pretty far out ahead now. Giglio and Wolfenbarger trying desperately now. Nick Leo jumps up in front of them to lead the outside. The 3rd lane starting, led by Brad Patton, along with Brian Martin and Kenny Frisbee out there. There's Victor Lugo. Michael Christopher, he's got that car fixed up. He was a big part of that first accident. I thought for sure he'd have a lot of lasting damage, but that 22 looks squeaky clean, so definitely a lucky break there for that team. Hopefully he can capitalize on it. Right now it looks like he's playing it safe there on that inside lane. Good call. Long way to go in this race. Stage points coming up. Coming to 2 to go in stage 1. Again, no stage break. Gonna reiterate that a lot this race. Start of the season, new rules package. Want to make sure everybody knows we're not doing stage breaks. The stage breaks are horrible for racing. And I see Cody Cleaver, I see you in chat there. My night is done. So, 2 team going to be out of this one. Sorry, Cody. We were doing really well there. And that's just the worst part is netcode taking you out of it. There's nothing worse than that. As they are 3 wide right here for 8th place. Nothing doing there. White flag in the stage. Who's going to get those 10 points and a playoff point? Right now it's looking like the 71 of Patrick O'Keefe. But anything can happen in 2.5 miles. Brantley Bryant sets the fastest lap of the race, so he's got that bonus point now. Long way to go, though. Down the backstretch they go. O'Keefe got a good lead right now, but does the 74 pull out and take the points instead? I mean, they're teammates, but Who knows? It would definitely mess things up right now just for a stage. I don't see it happening. No! She's gonna move out! Side draft! And to the line! Brianna Lavin, I think, gets stage 1. So 10 points to the 74. I'll bring up the rest of our stage results here on screen really quick, as they are getting crazy. 74 gets left out middle. There's your stage results right there. By 0.006 of a second, Brianna Lavin beat Patrick O'Keefe for the stage 1 win. And that got Brianna cycled way out, back outside of the top 10. So got the points, but gonna pay for it. I mean, you gotta win the stage in your own sponsored race. Now next thing you gotta do is win the race. Still 3 wide there. Avi Chowdhury leading the outside lane now. Big push is coming from the 54, Brian Martin. Scary scenes out here, 3 wide at Daytona, especially with the netcode we've seen this week. Patrick O'Keefe blocks the middle lane. Cliff Mullins tried to leave him out. Now Cliff Mullins gets left out. Nick Leo sticks it to his inside. Cliff gets loose, still loose, he saved it. Oh, that could have been the field. Good save, Cliff. They are getting dicey up here. Nick Leo to the lead. Dakota Lee leading the middle lane. But Chowdhury still in the lead to the outside. With 3 wide. Like Jonathan Leger. Danger going a lap down, about 7 seconds away from it. Jamie Graham in the lucky dog position right now. 1 lap down. And Nick Leo going to lead lap 28. Chowdhury made his way all the way up to second now. That 3rd lane worked. Side by side for the lead. Working lap 30. Stats for the race so far: 2 cautions, 9 different lead changes, 7 different leaders, 23 of our 29 total laps complete have ran under green. And I never took a look at our weather. There you go. It doesn't matter too much. 77 degrees ambient, 80-degree track temp, mostly cloudy, 9-mile-an-hour wind, and 90% humidity. So pretty humid out here in Daytona right now. The 98 of Jonathan Leger going to hold the bottom as the field laps him. See how this goes. Looks like it went okay. He'll file in with the rest of the field. 20 laps to go in stage 2. Brian Martin going to lead lap 31. Help from Nick Cooper in the 35. Nick Cooper going to jump to the outside. Oh, Chowdhury washed up the racetrack almost into the 3. And the 35 going to fall to the back. I think either he's seen enough or he got left out. Dakota Lee, oh man, the 27 lifted for him. Well, Wolfenbarger just jumped to the bottom. Pole sitter for tomorrow night's race in the Gen 4 series. Make sure to tune in for that as well. Aaron Wolfenbarger going to start on the pole. Along with who else but Blake Giglio going to start on his outside. Brian Martin still out front. I'm sorry, it's Michael Christopher starting on the outside tomorrow. I'm sorry, Mike. That was tonight. Blake started on the outside pole tonight. It is Mike Chris starting on the outside of your tomorrow night. Alright, top 3 are clear. Dakota Lee leading that outside lane still. They haven't fallen too far back. And I think most drivers can make it to the end of this stage on fuel. Drivers that are going to be close. You got 82 of Cliff Mullins. You can see he's kind of back there at the back of the pack. He's got to pit anyway, so he's going to stay out of the trouble. Ronnie Holmes going to have to pit before the end of the stage. Garrett Warren in the 04 as well. 71 of Patrick O'Keefe. And I think that's all your drivers that have to pit before this stage is over at 50. I don't think they're too concerned about that right now, but we'll see. People have to pit around, I would say, 7 or so laps. Maybe they could stretch it to 8 or 9, depending on how much they're fuel saving right now. Chowdhury making a run to the outside with help from Brian Martin. Dakota Lee swapped down to the inside lane. Now it's going to be Lugo left out there in the lead of the outside. Cars, looks like in this main pack. Gonna have that craziness where everybody falls off the back of the field now, which is one plus of this package. Oh man, I was just about to say, I think they've calmed down a little bit, but they got crazy right there through the tri-oval. They're over a third of the way through the race. And they definitely have somewhat calmed down. The two lines kind of looking like real life right now, not moving around too much. Dakota Lee going to jump to the outside lane. Nick Leo as well. Outside lane moving up again. Created a void on the inside when they both moved up. Allowed them to get farther forward up in the running order. Now Chowdhury going to block the outside lane. A lot of contact right there in the corner. Never want to see that. Nick Leo all over the back bumper of the 3. Now 31 clear again of the inside lane. Gonna bring the 3 with him. And the 3 jumps to the inside of the 31. He'll take that opportunity. And he's gonna go to the lead for the moment. Dakota Lee in the 3. Now the 31 gonna get back by him. Outside lane with a big run. Chowdhury back to the lead. Nick Leo trying to stay in front of that 27. Totally back to the outside. So those cars that I said had to pit soon could make it a little bit farther than I thought. 71 of Patrick O'Keefe keyed up over the radio. He said he's got 6 laps left, I think he said, so quite a bit farther than I was expecting. He has been sitting in line saving for quite a while, so that could be part of it. Plus the 2 cautions definitely helped out. 10 laps to go, coming to 9 laps to go in stage 2. Again, no stage breaks. Dakota Lee to the inside. Nick Leo with him. And he's going to lead that lap, I think, barely. I think it's going to be a tight battle here for stage 2. Oh, Nick Leo! No! Victor Lugo turns the 31 of Avit Chowdhury, and the whole field scatters into turn 3. And a lot of cars stopped in turn 3 right here. Let's take a look at this. 31 tries to get down. 27 gets bumped from the 05 at the same time. That turns the 31 up into the outside wall. And 22, Michael Christopher, nowhere to go. 4 on the brakes. Does he get it slowed down? A little bit of contact, but that car should be okay. 56, Hayden Lowell, he gets a piece of it. That looks like wheel damage. And several other cars getting piled into by each other. On board with 22, Michael Christopher. Oh, just made a 3-wide move, and then there's a car, nowhere to go. Do my eyes deceive me, or did he get away with this with no damage? I think that 22 is going to come away with no damage. That code's saving him this time. Not seeing cosmetic damage, but there could always be wheel damage. We will see once he comes down pit road. He just dirt tracked it through there. Alright, is everybody going to be coming down pit road here? That's not going to be the stage. Well, that's going to be your decision. Do you stay out for stage points or do you come down pit road? I think the consensus right now is definitely to come down. And that saves all those cars that pitted or stayed out on the last caution. They were right at the end of their fuel mileage. Top 4 stay out. Dakota Lee, Brian Martin, Brad Patton, and Kenny Frisbee staying out under this yellow. Nick Leo wins the race off pit road. Let's get a word with our current leader if we can. Like we do have him. Hey, Dakota, it's Lucas. You got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, man, well, out front right now, you're working around. You were up front for a lot of that stage, and now you find yourself in the lead coming to the end of stage 2. What are you going to do to try to get that win and win the race, especially?
Just try to stay up here. I don't really have many teammates up here. Unfortunately, a lot of our guys have had trouble, but I'm making my moves, staying up here, so just keep on that momentum and hopefully stay in front of the wrecks as they happen.
Absolutely, man. Well, good luck. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end.
Thanks, man.
Dakota Lee, going to take us back to green next time around. So everybody's going to have to stop again for fuel, no matter what. Everybody topping off now. They're going to really shorten up their fuel stop when they have to come down. If it's under green, that's going to help them a ton, even if it's under yellow. The next time they pit, their pit stop's going to be a lot shorter than those guys that stayed out here. So on one hand, everybody who stayed out in a really good spot to get some stage points, but on the other side, they're going to be at a disadvantage on fuel mileage now. They could probably go another 15 laps, and if they really save, they could probably go upwards of 20 after this goes green. But after that, they're going to have to come down. But that should allow them to be close to making it to the end of the race on one stop anyway. It's going to be interesting to keep an eye on that strategy. Guy Andy not having fun. Andrew, our gracious race control in here tonight. Only halfway, or just under halfway through this race, and he's already getting tired. Get that shower and bedtime, huh? You got a long way to go, brother. Just let me know if you peace out before you do. Alright, coming back to the green here. Dakota Lee going to be in control of the restart. Pace car is off. Green flag back in the air here at Daytona. Good restart for the 3 on the inside. Hopefully that doesn't make the field recoil back into him. Top 2 from the outside lane going to jump down now. Coming to Brad Patton. Oh, 3 tried to block him, and I think the 7 planned on going with him anyway, so that was awkward. 5 laps to go in stage 2. No stage break. Victor Lugo, Blake Giglio, and several others starting the outside lane. Dakota Lee, Brad Patton, Brian Martin, Kenny Frisbee, and Nick Leo, your current top 5 single file. But that's going to change quickly as these cars continue to jump to the outside. Trying to make a last-ditch effort to push for more stage points. As looks like the 05 changed his mind. Going to go back down to the bottom. Now back to the top. In front of teammate Grant 11. There's a void there in the inside lane behind 6th. Looks like it's going to close up. 32 jumps right down into that small gap as the outside lane continues to fall. Now the 3 in Dakota Lee gets left out. Brad Patton, Brian Martin, and Kenny Frisbee to the outside, as well as the 47, 32, 18 down to the inside. And Wanted Goons top 3 for the moment. Three laps to go in stage 2. Ryan Martin, a good run on the outside. Now Dalton Hayes jumps to the inside lane. The 54 has got some pretty rough front-end damage. That's got to be holding them up, especially being the leading car. That's certainly going to hurt that outside lane's performance. And a 2 to go in stage 2. Brian Martin going to lead that lap. Good pushes from Garrett Wolfenbarger there in 2nd. Now he jumps to the inside. Keep in mind, we're only 2 to go in a stage. This looks like they're racing for the win. At the line, Brian Martin should be out front. Yeah, he'll lead coming to the white flag in stage 2. No stage break. Dead even heading into turn 1. Who's going to get the stage 2 win? Grand 11, 74, stage 1 winner. Sitting right there in 5th right now. Can she make a move, get the stage 2 win? Up to 4th now. Brian Martin clears to the inside. Off turn 4 they come. To the end of stage 2. Looks like Brian Martin going to be stage 2 winner. Followed by Garrett Wolfenbarger, Dalton Hayes top 3. There's your stage 2 results. Brian Martin with the win. Wolfenbarger 2nd. Dalton Hayes 3rd, obviously. Mateo Ortiz 4th. Brad Patton 5th. And so on. Top 10 payout. No more stages. Just 50 laps to the end of the race. That leader, Brian Martin, didn't pit on that last caution. Gone 34 laps since his last pit. No, now that we say that, let's bring it up on the tower here. Last pit lap shown for every driver. So, Brian Martin's last time he pit on lap 17. Hasn't been down pit road since. And there are many other cars on the grid in that same situation. I think it was 4 of them that restarted the race. So, 4 guys going to be definitely looking to come down pit road the next 10 or so laps. The rest of the field probably got over 30 left in their tanks. Wolfenbarger out front with help from Dalton Hayes in 2nd. Outside trying to form up again. Keep in mind, 47 laps to go in this race. And still a pit stop to go. I'm surprised they're pushing this hard. Okay, Ortiz out front. .32 to reclaim that lead. Now the 05. Good run for the outside lane. Top two are clear. 05 now going to get left out by the 6. That's going to force the 05 down in front of the 32. Ortiz leading the inside, John Neckrich leading the outside. Dakota Lee back up here. He's another one of those drivers that are definitely going to have to come down pit road somewhat soon. Neckrich now cleaves to the bottom lane. He's going to lead Dakota Lee and Michael Christopher on the outside. I think Dakota at this point is going to be trying to find a way down to the bottom lane. Be able to come down pit road soon. This will be his opportunity here as he's clear of the inside. There he goes. 22 is going to come with him. Now Dakota Lee, Mike Chris, top two. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Let's turn this down a little bit. Our frame rate's a little low. I think those sparks are wreaking some havoc on the PC, so let's see if that helps. Nick Cooper, where did he come from? He's going to go to the lead of the inside. Victor Lugo, Patrick O'Keefe, Brianna Lavin, all leading that outside lane. Lugo going to lead that lap. Now gets left out by the 71 of O'Keefe. Watch this 27 fall to the back. Might be planned since he got the lap lead. He's going to get out of trouble. That's definitely what I would do, considering we got a long way to go. Nick Cooper now leading this race. 3-car Dakota Lee is going to come in this time. '18 and 74 also coming in. Sorry, 54. And several other cars. Looks like a lot of wanted goons. They're all going to make their stops together. Since everybody can make it from here, I assume they're all just going to try to come out together. Problem is, those cars that stayed out in the caution are going to have to take a lot more gas, and probably won't come out with them. Brian Martin, speeding penalty for the 54, looks like on exit. So that's going to be a 40-second hold next time around, I think. It might just be a stop and go, I'm not sure, but he's definitely going to have to come back down pit road. The rest of them looks like they come out together and clean. Oh, maybe not fully together. Like some C2X cars also came down in that little pit. Like Cliff Holmes and Dakota Lee were together. It's going to put Nick Cooper, Michael Christopher, and Mateo Ortiz to the top 3. Rest of the field single file now behind them. It's going to be kind of a fuel-saving race from here on out, I think. A game of pits to see who can save the most gas and get the shortest pit stop. Cooper still out front. Michael Christopher kind of pushed him out there. So, frustrations over the radio. Davis Greenwell in 8th is mad at the 3rd car for not being close to the 22. I think everybody behind these top 2 are trying to save gas, and the 05 saving fuel in 3rd is definitely going to slow their line down, and it's going to allow everybody who pit right here, if they run good lap times, which right now they are, they're comparable to the leaders, they'll be able to make up time and go to the lead. Unfortunately, for the wanted goons right now, it's just these 3. And 3 cars are not going to be able to make up too much time. We also got this 3-car pack. Neckrich, Mullins, and Evers. Back up to the leaders. Not much going on here. While we're here and everybody's kind of in different packs, let's go to Crank It Up. Okay, sorry, I was muted there. 77 Nolan Walker. Looks like a connection issue there for the 77 Avit Chowdhury. It's like black flag, not sure. That might just be passing in or yellow. Lot of pit cycle weirdness that just went on. I think mostly everybody came down here under this caution, top off on gas. Some took tires. Top 8, it looks like, stay out. Top 5 all came down 3 laps ago, so they definitely came out in the best position. Along with the 7th place car, Jamal Collins also came down 3 laps ago. 6th and 8th came down 11 laps ago. Not that it's going to matter too much, as long as everybody's good on fuel and they took enough, shouldn't matter. Alright. I think this was caution number 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so 4 cautions tonight, 22 lead changes, 62 laps ran under green of our 73 complete. It just counted that lap as ran under green. I don't know, that's weird. Anyway, 14 different leaders. Race here tonight so far. Hayden Lowell, our pole sitter, we haven't seen him around up here in a while, but he's back up inside the top 3. Thought he got some damage from that one wreck early on. I think it was the first caution, but that car looks pristine, so must have got it fixed up. Alright, coming back to the green, Dalton Hayes going to be in control of this restart. Green flag back in the air. Restart for the inside line. Daniel Llewellyn going to get up to 3rd. Now they're side by side for 4th. Quinn Newton gets turned off the nose of somebody and blinks out immediately. Now he's back. I feel like he was... Oh no, we got some more spinners right here. Like the 52 Brantley Bryant, as well as a few others. Oh, the 52's got a lot of damage. I don't know what happened with Quinn Newton there. It looks like he got spun and then he just disappeared for about 10 seconds. So let's see if we can see how this starts. 88 pushed on the 22. 04 behind him. 88 blinks out. when he comes back, he gets turned off the nose of the 04. So it's going to be an internet issue or something along those lines. And that sucks. I'm hearing I need to ride on board with the 82 through that, so we'll get that ready here. On board with the 82 Eclipse molds. Wow. Alright, let's see if we can also get on board with the 04. He was kind of right behind the 88 when he blinked. There, he's gonna blink right there. 04 has no idea where he is, then he just blinks into existence. Alright, so Dalton Hayes retains the lead. Hayden Lowell up to second. Daniel Llewellyn third. Jamal Collins fourth. Got 11 top five. Michael Christopher going to fall back to sixth after that restart. Quite a few cars on pit road fixing damage after that one. See if we can get our pit road counter there on the bottom. See everybody on pit road. Alright, Dalton Hayes going to elect to take the outside on this restart. Alright, pace car's off. 47 in control. Back under green here at Daytona. Coming to 20 laps to go next time by. And Dalton Hayes immediately clears to the bottom. All close behind, followed by Daniel Llewellyn, Brianna Lavin, and Nick Leo in the 04 gets turned! Another wreck off turn 2! The 16, as well as many others involved. 16 looks like the only one that really gets sideways. Alright, so that's going to start her on the 04. I heard somebody call out not clear on the radio, so I'm going to start drawing conclusions. OG gear replay up on the board. 04. Just tries to get in the gap. 57 was already there. That causes, I think, our 6th caution. 5th or 6th. 04 actually comes out of it pretty clean. 16 and 52 here, not so lucky. Alright, so we're in a bit of a pickle here. Yeah, sorry, just check chat. Not sure who no-showed tonight. We had 39 people show up, or attempt to, at least. Somebody didn't even try, so we're going to look into that. Definitely not a good thing to do. The 04 hit the lag switch, yeah. Alright, Dalton Hayes once again choosing the outside lane on this restart. Will be the control car. Only 17 laps to go when we take the green. Alright, pace car going to pull off. Dalton Hayes in control. Yeah, green flag back in the air. See if we can make past turn 2 this time around. '74 left out all alone on that outside lane. Need the teammates to come with her. Oh, 71. Big shove to the 74. Hayden Lowell, Dalton Hayes working together on the inside lane. Brianna Lavin, Patrick O'Keefe working together on the outside. Oh! Jonathan Lager. Sideways around pit entry right there. A good save. Not sure what happened, but everybody's okay. 32 cars on the lead lap. Jeremy Scherer, I'm pleased to announce, has made it onto the racetrack. 82 laps down. But he did make it out here in the Hank Hill car. King of the Hill. So, officially 39 cars started the race. 91 just a little bit later. Ran 11 while we were away. Brought Patrick O'Keefe with her. Cleared to the lead. Now Nick Cooper leads the outside lane. He's got Ronnie Holmes and Mateo Ortiz behind him. 15 laps to go here in the Trevor Project 250. Nick Cooper pulling ahead. Got a lot of Triple J cars up there in the top 5. I think they're... yeah, 3 of the top 5. Well, if you count ARD as part of Triple J, I would. Nick Cooper clears to the bottom lane. He's going to leave Ronnie Holmes as the leader of the outside. Cars making contact with the wall behind them. 14 laps to go. Kenny Frisbee leading a third lane on the outside. On board with Kenny as they work their way through. Oh! Sideways, Brianna Lavin from the lead. That was a scary moment. We were on board for it. Nick Cooper blocks the middle lane. They're getting racy. Cars making contact with the wall back here in the third lane. That's going to check everybody up. Hopefully they check up in time. Looks like they do. The Ford's in the wall. Again. Oh, man. Somehow they make it out of that. A lot of checkups going on mid-pack. Huge shot from the 18 to the 05. My goodness. Again, huge shot. Knocks the 69 out of line, and he comes straight up into the field. What is he doing? Somebody just got shot. I think that was Dave Hoytsma and somebody else. Dave Hoytsma and the 20 of Davis Greenwell get punted off the racetrack. My goodness. There was just zero patience, zero awareness, and zero Fs given by anybody in that situation. And that knocked off half of this main pack pretty much. Maybe not half, but a good 8 or 9 cars from the pack have now been split off. Hayden Lowell jumps to the outside in front of Brianna 11. Nick Cooper goes up to block as well. Hayden's going to try to leave him out. He does. Now Nick gets put in the sucker hole. He's going to fall way back. That's the game you play when you block. Sometimes the guy behind you just doesn't want to go with you. Oh my goodness, that 18. Hayden Lowell back out front. Dalton Hayes in tow on the inside. Hayden blocks the top again. They're trying 3 wide toward the back again. Michael Christopher trying to get it started. Nine laps to go. Hayden Lowell to the top lane. I think he got left out right there. 71, 74, and 57 jumped to the inside before he had a chance to react. Now Brianna Lavin to the lead. Sponsored the race, now leading it with 9 to go. Yeesh, math, hard. Third lane started once again. Brad Patton to the top, along with Kenny Frisbee. Looks like Casey Graves, Blake Diglio. 3 dominant. Well, outside and the inside are dominant. I would say the middle lane is starting to falter. Now they're formed up. So 3 strong lanes, as now the inside is powering ahead. There goes that middle again. That side draft just making them lose momentum. Seven laps to go here at Daytona. Garrett Warren to the middle, now to the top. Hayden's clear to the bottom, and he's going to go down. Back to the lead. Still single file. As everybody tries to work to get the second lane going again. What in tarnation was that? Like, I think that is the 77 Nolan Walker going. A lap down. Yeah, it's surprisingly only 1 lap down. He lost connection earlier. Surprised he's only 1 lap down. 6 laps to go. Wyatt McCombs leading a charge on the outside lane. His car's trying to make it back to the front. Meanwhile, that second pack trying desperately to come back up to the main pack. And that lap car is going to help him out. It's going to give him a little bit of a draft. They have another 2 seconds to make up before they're up there. I don't think they can do that with 5 laps to go at the line right here. Nick Cooper jumps to the outside along with Dalton Hayes. Those two C2X teammates going to try to work together to get to the lead of this race once again. This is getting good. Why did I say C2X teammates? That's not even close. Nick Cooper's on true speed. I apologize. Oh, man. I'm officially losing it. Yeah. I got that. Thanks, Dakota. Sorry about that, everybody. Anyway, Nick clear to the lead. Dakota! Look at your teammate go! Dalton Hayes down to the inside. And a dead heat at the line. Dalton Hayes going to lead with 5 laps to go. Now 4. 2 strong lanes. It's a battle of those pushers right there. The 74 and the 10. Pushing like hell to get their driver out front and clear themselves to have an opportunity to win this race. They're not going to get up there unless they move the guy in front of them out of the way somehow. And don't forget about that third car in line. That's 71 and 04. They're working just as hard to make these lanes as strong as they can. And right now, the outside falling back. That's going to allow the 74, 71, and 57 to make the move to the outside. Leaves Dalton Hayes all alone. 3 laps to go. All those Triple J cars. Top 3 right now. Can they maintain it for 3 more laps? Dalton Hayes back up to the top. They'll try to side draft that 71 back off the leader. Successfully does. That's going to allow that outside lane to get a run. Big shot from the 57. Brings the momentum back to the inside. 2 laps to go here at Daytona in the Trevor Project 250. Brandon Lovett still out front. Dalton Hayes fighting to get back to that lead on that outside lane. 3rd lane forming. Does that kill the rest of the field again? White flag this time by. Do they make it there? Lot of shoving going on. This is usually where those wrecks happen, coming to the white. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here at Daytona. This race is official. Checkered flag ends it. Final time through turn 1 under green. Brandon Lovett still out front. Dalton Hayes and the 2nd lane trying to make a move. Oh, 35, Nick Cooper gets turned. We stay green. They're wrecking in the back. Daniel Llewellyn's around the 22. Everybody's wrecking. Dalton Hayes and Wyatt McCombs. Late run to the outside. Dalton's clear. Wyatt is not. Dalton tries to stay with him. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Dalton Hayes out front. Off of turn 4 they go. Dalton Hayes, Wyatt McCombs. Dalton Hayes gets turned off the nose of the 10. Coming to the line. Who's it going to be? I couldn't tell because it wouldn't switch fast enough. Brandley Bryant, out of nowhere, wins this race. Late entry, 15 minutes before the race session opened. He gets in and wins the Trevor Project 250. Let's back it up since it didn't want to switch it for me. I apologize for that. There's the finish right here. Brantley Bryant, late move as they wreck. Gets around the 10 for the win here at Daytona. Can't believe it didn't switch cameras in time. They were going all over the place. Oh, man. And all the Wanted Goons burning it down on the front straightaway. I think now's a good time to thank the Wanted Goons for sponsoring the series and allowing this incredible prize pool. And Brantley Bryant burning it down here at Daytona. So with his win at Daytona, he's going to set himself up really nicely for that Plate Track Hero Award in the prizes. We'll see if we can get our drivers in here for interviews. Alright, let's get a word with our third place finisher first here. Hey, Kevin, it's Lucas. Got me?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Hey, man, well, taking home a podium finish tonight. That was a wild last lap turn of events, but you come home with a good finish to start the season and a podium at Daytona. How are we feeling?
I can't tell you, bro, ma'am, but like, I was managed myself to play it safe after after I having a hard timing last week at the duels, and I somehow I managed to play it safe, stay at the back, not to like be involved in this mess like everybody else, and just like to be consistent, worry about your fuel. But like I can't believe I'm shocked that I got P3rd out of that, because I somehow got through that crash. I don't know how, but like I'll take my podium, my first ever CTC starts.
Absolutely. Rookie coming into this season, starting off with a podium. That's definitely a good way to start. Good momentum going into next week. But you got anybody you want to shout out for the third place finish?
Yeah, I want to appreciate to Trem. I want to appreciate to my teammate Victor Luco. He had a heck of a race, but it's unfortunate that he'd been involved in so many wrecks. And I appreciate to Tremlo Thunder Motorsports. Give a lot of credits to everything that's been through, and I would like to I appreciate to everybody who tuned in to YouTube or Twitch. I bet they're gonna have their thoughts about the race and the wreck happened on the last lap, and I wish the 47 would have got it if he didn't get turned by the 10, but it is what it is. I mean, it's play racing, anything could happen, whether if you want to go for the win. And just be consistent if you want to work with your teammates and help your partner whenever we come to Daytona race. But I've been involved in this I've been involved in this, but we'll take it and I'll see. We'll see if we can move on to next week whenever we can.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate you talking to us, Kevin. Congrats on the third place finish. We'll see you next week at Sonoma.
Appreciate it. Hey, thanks for the broadcast, man. I can't wait to look back at it, and I cannot wait to look back at the replay, see what I did the thing.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. That was Kevin Aguilar taking home third. Now we'll get a word with our... Let's go in order here. Hey, Wyatt, it's Lucas. Got me.
Hey, Lucas. How's it going, man?
Well, it's got to be a little disappointing, a little bittersweet. Still, a second place finish after all that carnage. Definitely not too bad. How are we feeling?
Pretty good. I mean, yeah, I was right there. You know, I had to run on Dalton. I felt like I was there. I got the call through my spotter, and then he kind of came up for a block, which I don't blame him. And then I was just kind of left out. But after that race, lap 4, I was 7 minutes of damage after that first wreck. And then I just kept praying for cautions, and I didn't have any motor damage, so that was good. And then got all that damage fixed with the 25 to go, and then I was like, all right, it's go time now. I mean, this is why I stayed in it.
Absolutely. It was definitely go time, and I thought for sure you were going to come to it there. It was, you seeing clear track ahead of you, I bet was super exciting, and that 52, your teammates come out of nowhere. But
I know. I was getting the call that he's back there, and I can see him in my mirror. It's like I don't think he's close enough to help me. He'll have too big of a run on me, and then, which I'm glad I wanted Goons driver got it too, 1-2. So we're looking good to start the season so far.
Absolutely, man. Well, on that note, you got anybody want to shout out for the second place tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank you, Lucas, for putting this on. It's a great league. We do appreciate you and all you do for it. Wanted Goons drivers, Wanted Goon, OG Gear, Juniper Valley Ranch, Family Restaurant in Colorado Springs, Colorado. If you guys are in Colorado Springs, go check it out. You won't regret it. McConey Setup Shop, and then WM Decals.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for talking to us as well, and we'll see you next week at Sonoma.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Wyatt McCombs taking home a second place tonight, and now we'll talk to his teammate who came out of nowhere and came across the line first. Brantley, you got me?
Woo! Yeah, I got you. But man.
Hey, man, well, I think your engine's about cooked up now. How we feeling after that one?
From not even being in to finishing damn first, I think I did a good job tonight.
Definitely. Yeah, I think, what was it, 18 minutes before the session went up, we got you finalized in the grid, so it's definitely cutting it close, but wow, from nothing to all the way on top, it was definitely a cool storyline.
Yeah, I just honestly I feel bad for Dakota because he blew his motor, but that caution from him doing that kind of just sealed the deal for me. It's sad to say I'm happy he blew his motor for tonight. If I got to pay for that one, I'll pay for it.
Oh man, that did suck, but definitely grouped everybody up again and made things interesting for better or for worse. I don't know. Man, you got anybody want to shout out for the win or any other words?
Yeah, OG Gear, Wanna Goons, they've been great and bringing us in with them, and we'll be able to run with them. So it's been great. Bradley Wilson Racing, I know he couldn't make it today, and he didn't race his way in last week, and sad that he didn't use a provisional, but thankful for him. All the Wanna Goons black guys, they helped it out. Blake, all of them. It was like Blake, Kenny, Ryan File. He didn't make the race today. He didn't have enough people to drop out, but like I did. He didn't make it in, but he was my crew chief for the night, so I'm glad that I guess I got him a win. Thankful just for everybody for showing up, you for broadcasting this, Wanna Goons for putting the whole league on and all the incentives that we got during the races, and you trying out the stages. This has been a fun run, so I don't know. I think this is a well-deserved win after 2 seasons ago. That bullshit that happened at Bristol. So I'm glad that I got this one under my belt, and let's just see how the rest of the season goes.
Yeah, definitely a good momentum swing. Give you some confidence to go into Sonoma next week. How you feeling about that?
Not great at all.
Oh,
If I finish with 2 tires on the ground, I'll be happy, man.
gotcha. All right. Well, I'll let you go and celebrate with the team. Have a good night. Congrats on the win. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm not gonna drink. I swear, I'm not gonna drink.
Wouldn't blame you if you did.
You have a good one, Luke.
You too. All right, Brantley Bryant taking home the win. Let's go through our results. Brantley Bryant taking home the win. Wyatt McComb second. Kevin Aguilar third. Brianna Lavin fourth. Patrick O'Keefe fifth. Running home sixth. Brad Patton seventh. Mateo Ortiz eighth. John Neckrich ninth. Hayden Lowe rounding out your top 10. Last season's champion right there. So strong top 10 to start the season for him. Then Dalton Hayes does roll across the line 11th after getting turned off the nose of the 10. I think we'll take a look back at that right here before we go off the air. But for now, let's go through the rest of our results. Jesse Jones in 12th, Kenny Frisbee 13th, Nick Cooper 14th, Garrett Wolfbarger 15th, Jamie Graham 16th, Jacob Peterson 17th, Cliff Mullins 18th, Garrett Warren 19th, Michael Christopher rounding out your top 20. Then Daniel Llewellyn 21st, Casey Graves 22nd, Quinn Newton 23rd, Alex Allen 24th, Avit Chowdhury 25th, Davis Greenwell 26th, Jonathan Lager 27th, Jamel Collins 28th, Blake Giglio 29th, Victor Lugo 30th, Brian Martin 31st, Nolan Walker 32nd, Ethan Evers 33rd, Nick Leo 34th, Dave Hoytsman 35th, Dakota Lee 36th, Cody Cleaver 37th, Jeremy Scherer 38th, and our final 39th finisher, Dennis Menz in 39th. All right, that's our final results for tonight's race. I want to thank our sponsors, Wanted Goons, for sponsoring the series, 712 Brakes for sponsoring tomorrow night's Gen 4 series, Grant 11 for sponsoring with the Trevor Project tonight for the Trevor Project 250, OG Gear for sponsoring the replay, and everybody at SRL and Wild Horse. Make sure to check those leagues out as well. Links are in the Discord. All those links can be found on racingctc.com, so make sure to check that out. And before we get off here, let's see if we can back it up and take a look at that final crash involving the 47 and the 10 coming to the line. Right here you can see 10 goes high, 47, yeah, he just kind of comes across his nose. A little bit of a late block. I mean, it's you do what you got to do to try to win at Daytona. If Dalton doesn't block that, I would bet money on it that the 10 gets by him at the line anyway, so he had to try it. Definitely cannot blame him. But yeah, there you go. That is how that final wreck unfolded. Thank you all for watching. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll be here to do that. I will put out information if tonight's broadcast will be held somewhere else. But for now, make sure to tune in tomorrow on CTCRN. Thank you for watching. See you then.